Mike Violet back on the pregame show with CONY head coach B.L. Lippert joining us now as we move on to the Class B North semifinals here tonight. Coach, congratulations on a nice win over the Mount Blue Cougars in the first round.
Thank you. I appreciate it very much.
The Messalonskee Eagles and the CONY Rams, you guys played in week 3, was a 14-14 game at halftime. That's the game where you got banged up big time, major injuries. Second half, Messalonskee dominated. Looking back at that game, the next week it was Lawrence, and of course you got drilled there pretty good, but you're on a heck of a winning streak now. Is it safe to say you're playing your best football of the year?
Yeah, I think so. We came out of the Lawrence game 1-3 and really didn't play well in the first half at Mount Blue, and kind of got lucky to win that game. But since then, we've played some of our best football, and it's the right time to be playing your best football. So hopefully that continues tonight. We'll see. Messalonskee's a good team, and like you said, in the first game, we lost 3 two-way starters in the first half of that game, 2 ACLs and a broken collarbone to our 2 leading tacklers from last year. So a little shell shock for our kids at halftime. We didn't play particularly well in the second half. It was 26-21 with about 10 minutes to go, but they pulled away late with a couple scores. So, we know what we have to do, and we know, last time up there we didn't give it our best effort, and hopefully we can change the script a little bit tonight.
2 sophomore quarterbacks, Tatum Doucette for Messalonskee. Your guy, Parker Morin, has come a long way this year. His progression has been something that's got to be very gratifying for you as a coach.
Absolutely, and Parker, wasn't around a lot this summer. He's a really good baseball player. Was on 3 or 4 Legion team and 16-year-old Babe Ruth All-Stars, and so he was traveling around playing baseball all summer. So we didn't get a lot of time to work with him, and that meant he was going to come in a little slow, a little behind the 8 ball, but he has learned and picked up, and it's really impressive what we put on his plate. We were a little conservative with him, I think, early in the season, only threw the ball 15, 16 times a game early on, and now we put the ball in his hands almost every play. And credit to him, there's a lot going on in our offense. We're in a lot of different formations and motions and concepts that we're trying to mix on both sides of the field, and he processes information really well, has been really mobile within the pocket, outside the pocket, and made a lot of plays. So we need more of that from him tonight if we want to win the game, and we have a lot of confidence with him at quarterback. Going
back to that Messalonskee game when you got so banged up, Coach, you've had your next men up, and they have stepped up and really filled the void. Obviously, you needed to have that happen in order to have the success that you have had, and it has.
Yeah, no, for sure. We've got a lot of sophomores playing on both sides of the ball now, and early on it was mostly seniors, and then we lost a handful of them over the course of the first 4 weeks, and the young guys have stepped up pretty well. We lost our left tackle Friday night, Bodie King-Jones, who has been a stud left tackle, hadn't given up a sack all year. He broke his arm against Mount Blue. So we'll be breaking in a new quarterback. New left tackle, I should say, this week. So, but it is next man up, as you say. It's Bill Belichickism, and they're not going to wait around for us to get healthy. So we got to play the 11 guys that are the best suited to go out there and play, and we'll break in a new left tackle tonight and see how it goes.
What kind of problems does Messalonskee present to you? What do you think you need to take away from them in order to win this?
Yeah, they're super athletic. I mean, their skill positions are, all mostly seniors, with the exception, obviously, of Tatum, who's only a sophomore. They've got, Garrett Card at wide receiver and Sam Doobie at running back. They've got a capable, wide receiving core with the Brunel kid, and I think Brady Brunel. I don't think they're related, but I think he's one of the more underrated players in the league on both sides of the ball. So they're super athletic. They're kind of small up front, but they really block well. They're aggressive. They're tough. They run the ball probably better than people assume. And then when Tatum gets going, as part of the run game too, he's a handful to take down. So they just spread you out and make you defend, all 53 yards, width-wise. And if you miss a tackle, they can go the distance. So we really got to make sure we try to contain them and, cover the deep ball, and as best we can, kind of mix the looks against Tatum to try to confuse him a little bit and see if we can make a mistake or two.
Last week against Mount Blue in the quarters, you scored 53 points, and if you would have told me, CONY's going to score 53 points, I would have thought that the Parker show would have accounted for, 2, 3, or 4 touchdowns, but it really wasn't that big a thing. Parker surging kind of a secondary role in that win. Was that by design or just how it went, and will that change tonight?
Yeah, we'll see. As I always say, we kind of take what the defense gives us, and Mount Blue made a concerted effort, rightfully so, to try to limit Surgeon's touches. So if you're going to put 2.5 guys on him, we're going to have to find other people to throw the ball to. And so, we had some designs where he was running the post and we were running guys, behind him. And, Ethan Demons got open and Lance Terrio got open. Jackson Vayu had the best game of his career. So, if you're going to, put, 2 guys on Parker, that means somebody else or everybody else is singled up. And we have some other athletes that can make plays, and they've come a long way since we played Meso in week 3. So It's, if you leave Parker singled up, we're going to throw him the football. And even sometimes when he's doubled, like against Gardner, they doubled him and he still got free. So, but if you're going to roll your coverage that way and have a lot of eyes on number 3, then Moran's going to have to throw the ball to somebody else. And thankfully, we have a few other guys that can make plays. Shootout
game in the 30s tonight?
It could be very well. It's hard to predict with the weather, and you never know playoff football what team strategies are. Certainly, we know they can score, and we've had been pretty good scoring here in recent weeks. So it could shape up that way, or it could be a defensive battle where teams come out a little conservative and try to run the football. So that'll be dictated by the play calls, and a lot of that's dictated by the defense.
CONY head coach B.L. Lippert ahead of the game tonight against the Messalonskee Eagles. B.L., thanks for the time as always. Good luck tonight.
I appreciate it. Thanks, Mike.